Hello, welcome back to another episode of Perfect Centering. First up, Batman 232, an insanely difficult book to find with perfect centering. For this series of video, I try my best to bring out books that are tough to find in. Hello, welcome to another episode of Perfect Centering. For this video is the last video. What I try to do is show you some books that are very hard to find with perfect centering. First up is Batman 232. Here's my copy. What I look for, this book is about 99.5% near perfect. Okay, I will show you from the front. It looked almost perfect, right? The text box, as you can see, near the edge, but it was not cut off. So that's the first thing that I look for when I look for a copy as far as perfect centering. First, no white on the spine. This book is notorious to have the crooked white spine. Notorious. But first up, the text box, not cut off. And then Batman cape, not cut off. This is almost there, okay? And then last but not least, as far as the top, you see that DC Batman black rectangular box is not cut off. So whenever I look for a copy, that's where my eyes go as far as trying to find perfect centric copy. Let me show you the back cover. Okay, beautiful. As you can see, there's a slight hint of the front cover that come back to the edge. So that's why I said this book is about 99.5% near perfect. That's why it is so hard for me to find a replacement, because this book might be an 8.5-ish, but it is so near perfect that I don't mind not replacing it. If it was replacing it with a higher grade copy that have ugly wraps, no thanks. Next up, anyone that owned this book or look to buy this book know how difficult it is to find a perfect centering copy. This book is also notorious to have poor centering, but this is as near perfection as you will see. First up, look at this. On the bottom, this code box is not cut off on the bottom. Okay, that's the first thing, and because of that, then this is not cut off. And then let's take a look at the centering on top. It's perfectly straight, not crooked. And then if you look at the spine, look at that, perfect. Okay, look at that. This is about, I have owned probably 7 copies of this book over my lifetime, and this is the only copy left. And it's the reason why it's staying in the collection is it is about as perfect of a centering as I can find for this book. So when you're trying to find a copy of X-Men 101, trying to find one where the spine is perfectly lined straight, no white show, and as far as vertical, this is not cut off, and the Marvel group is perfectly straight. Okay, next, insanely hard book to find in high grade as well as good centering. Okay, so take a look. Once again, no white at the spine. What's key for this book is, as with many DC 20 center, you want the circle to not get cut off on the edges. So this is perfect right here. This is perfect right here. Okay, so right there. And then the spine, as you can see, let's see the back. Okay, this book is, you can barely see a hint of the black spine. So it's, like I said, this book is 99.9% perfect. It would be completely perfect if this little dot here, the OCD in me, would not give this book 100% perfect centering, because the little tip here is not quite showing. Okay, barely. It's barely showing, but it would be nice if it was perfectly visible. Another Bronx books. It is not a wonder that many of these books in this video series is Bronx. Spider-Man 90. Anyone that's in the market for this book know that the majority of the books out there have crooked spine. I have owned, I think I have owned maybe 4 copies of this book, and they all have the crooked spine where the white is showing down here, and this one is the least troublesome. Okay, there's still some white here. It looked perfect. It looked perfect right here, even here. But then as you get halfway down the middle, you start to see the white spine, and that's where it's maybe 98% near perfect. But other than that, just look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, vertically it's lined up perfect. Last but not least, another Spider-Man that is extremely hard to find with perfect centering. Issue 101. Once again, I focus on the spine to make sure that it's perfectly lined up. As you can see here, this one here, as you can see, there's a thin white line that go all the way up straight, which is nice. I give this like a 99.5% perfection. And just look, perfect. Line up, nice and straight. Vertically, it's nothing wrong. Okay. The only thing that you may have seen in some other book is that the fingertip is not cut off right here. That is where, as far as the vertical centering of this book, is slightly off. If it was 1/8 of an inch higher, where you can see his complete fingertips, then it will be perfect. Okay, and that's it. Thanks for watching another episode of Perfect Centering. Bye bye.